And we're going. Okay, awesome. Thank you, April, for letting me know who it was. I wasn't able to find her. So you guys, welcome to this Diamond Call. I love the dynamic of this group, the 15-star group, and how you guys all have opportunities to hear from some of the other 15-star diamonds. So obviously a lot of my brand, and I got into this business, was for Shakeology. And today I didn't really want so much to talk about Shakeology per se. I wanted to talk more about the importance of learning the continuity products and what it's going to do for your business. The reason why is a lot of you, obviously all diamond leaders, duplication is a really big deal, and how you duplicate your business to your downline is going to be substantial as far as having stability with volume and capturing every Success Club point that you can, so on and so forth. So I'm going to share with you more of a leader perspective on, she's back. Oh my word. Okay. Jenny Swisher, your thing is like getting all kinds of background stuff from another conversation. Okay. So I am going to share a little bit more on the importance from the business perspective on what these continuity products can do for your business and the importance of learning them. So I'm actually not going to teach you these, basics, but I'll share with you where the tools are so that you can do yourself and empower your team too. How does that sound? Thumbs up? I'm used to the hearts from live. Now we don't have hearts. We got to do thumbs up back on Zoom. So, okay. So first of all, with the shift of these continuity products, with the whole Beachbody on demand and not having as much of an emphasis on the actual DVDs, a lot of the shift with Beachbody is on the continuity products, which is awesome because, we always say, how many fitness programs is somebody realistically going to buy in a year? Ideally, you want to be, the anchor, the wheelhouse of your business is going to be the products that people have to continue to consume and purchase every single month. Right? That makes sense. That's pretty obvious. The irony with this business is I would say about 90% of the coaches in the network focus so much on the actual fitness programs and very little on the actual continuity products, which doesn't really make sense when you figure that's where the bread and butter is to this business, is with products that people consume. So my first point is, if you want to increase your volume and increase your coaches' Success Club points and their volume, really putting the effort and energy into selling and sharing the continuity products and what they can do for people. My second point is it's smart business. So if you think, there's so many other shakes and performance products on the market. There's so many other cleanses on the market, but let's talk about shakes in particular. I could name 10 right now that I probably see in my feed. Think about these companies. If you were a distributor for, say, Herbalife or this First Form or any of these, that's all they have to sell. So on a scale from 1 to 5, 5 being great and 1 being not at all, put your hand up on how much these distributors are putting into learning their one product. 5. Yeah. They're putting the bulk of their energy into knowing Herbalife and how it compares, and that's their wheelhouse, that's their driver. And then you've got Shakeology, like with us, and here we are, doesn't even make sense because they're eating us for lunch as far as their knowledge and how to leverage their products. And truly, Shakeology is bulletproof. There's not one product on the market that compares to ours. Yet we get outsold by companies where all they have are these crappy shakes because that's the only thing they have to drive their business. And we keep falling back on our fitness programs. So I really want to challenge you guys to think about, this is a business. You constantly want new people coming in. If you owned a grocery store, you would want people to continue coming back to buying your products, not buying something that they only need 2 to 3 times a year or that they can get in other places. Does that make sense? So I want you to change the thinking on really where you're putting your energy, because the main driver, again, are these continuity products. All right, somebody else is not. You guys, I'll make sure you're muted. Super frustrating. Almost muted myself. There. Okay. Oh, there's a second page now. Hang on. Let me just go through. Okay. All right. So that's my second point, is we're leaving so much opportunity on the table because we don't know how to compare our shake to other shakes on the market. We don't know how to compare our performance line to other things on the market. Crap that's like at GNC, we don't know how to compare. And we're leaving and we're teaching our team to just sell the challenge pack, you know, then you can sell the package, you can cancel it, whatever you want to do, because we're so focused on those Success Club initial points. We're not thinking like long-term business people. So I want to share with you one of the things that, like in my pharmaceutical career was, you know, it was really smart business. So I got paid on two things. I got paid on all the new business that came in. Every new prescription that a doctor would write of my product for that month, I got paid on new prescriptions. That's basically the same as our Success Club. New clients that we've got started on their health and fitness journey. But pharmaceutical companies know they need to keep people on the products. So they also weighted my pay on how many people I kept on my drug over the long term. Because who cares if I brought 10 new people in every month and then the next month those 10 people quit that product. So if I brought 10 new in, I'm flat, right? I'm not growing. So I want you guys to think about your business the same way. Who cares how much you're bringing in if the back door is wide open and it's all going out on the back end? You're having to work so much harder to really build that volume. So what if you're able to teach your team to do the same thing? They wouldn't have to be working as hard to keep all that volume in. So I want you, again, to think like a big business. Think about, it's not just about this month. How can I get every single person that starts on the performance line staying on it, that starts on Shakeology to absolutely love it and see the value and want to share it with others? How can I get every single person to want to buy the boost and put it in their shake because they see the value? How can I get every single person to do the 3-day refresh at least 4 to 5 times a year, or do the ultimate reset twice a year? That really, guys, if you think about it, that's the wheelhouse of the income. Even if you've got coaches that aren't building a huge team, they can kill it just with retail income. I really am trying to set the foundation for you guys on the importance as CEOs of your business on understanding, not pushing under the carpet and just like, oh, I'll deal with that later. I'll just say, you know, it makes me feel great or whatever. Really want you to say, no, I need to know these products and how I can share them with people and create value. Okay, the third point, and this absolutely drives me nuts when I hear leaders say this. And if any of you have said this, I forgive you because you're not going to ever say it again. When I hear people say, you don't need to know everything about Shakeology. Okay, first of all, I agree. You don't need to know everything about Shakeology. I don't know everything about Shakeology. But to me, that is such an absolute statement. It's a cop-out. It's basically like, that's not what it takes to be successful. Just don't bother knowing any of it because that's not what it takes. So I want you, when you ever hear that, to rephrase it and think, I should know how to create value with Shakeology. Knowing everything about Shakeology is not going to create value. To me, it's a cop-out when people say, you don't need to know everything. No, you don't. But you need to know freaking something. Okay? You need to know something about your product so that you are educated and can speak to value of what your clients need. I can't tell you how many people write me and they have lost business because they thought if somebody had a nut allergy, they couldn't drink Shakeology. So I challenge you, because they can. Do you even know what that means? Because if you're a CEO of your business and someone gives you an objection, you don't just go, oh, okay, that must be the way it is. No, find the answer. And I'll share resources on how to find these answers a little later in the call. You know, the most common pushback you guys get, wouldn't it be worth it financially to find solutions so that you can get more people on these products that are going to help them? So yeah, you don't need to know everything, but damn it, you need to know some things. And so I challenge you to elevate your level of knowledge about these products so that you can get them in the hands of more people. Because if you don't, all these other shake companies are going to continue to eat us for lunch, and they shouldn't, because we have a far superior product than they do. So as diamond leaders, I challenge you to challenge your team, run contests, anything that you guys can come up with to elevate the product knowledge on your team. And I guarantee, number one, it's going to build confidence for your coaches, because they're not going to get the deer in the headlight look when the question about Shakeology comes up and why is it priced the way it is. Don't you want your downline to feel confident in having those conversations, as well as keeping these people on it? Which leads me to what it does for your customer experience. If your customers fall in love with any of our continuity products, what do you think? Now, what customer? You have customer A and customer B. Customer A has gotten on the phone with you and you said, tell me some of the things you struggle with. And they say, customer A says, I struggle with sleep. I skip breakfast. I struggle with cravings. By 2 o'clock, I'm tired, X, Y, and Z, right? And you share with them, well, let me share with you how Shakeology can help that. What it's done for me is blah, 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 blah. But because you are skipping all these meals, your body's lacking in nutrients. And Shakeology is good. It's not a protein shake. It's going to give you those nutrients that your body needs so desperately, so you have more energy, so you sleep better. Your body starts to repair itself. And if you drink it every day, it's your insurance that even if you're not doing everything else perfect, because most of us don't, you're at least giving your body a baseline of what it needs to excel and do and perform and feel better. Customer A. Customer B. If you get the challenge pack, you'll get on demand and you'll get shakes, and just you drink them. They'll give you more energy. And if you don't like it, you can cancel it. We have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Okay? What customer is going to have a better experience and believe more in the product and see more value? Customer A. So now customer A is starting to see and feel the difference. You're following up with them. You're having posts in your challenge group, reinforcing some of the value behind our continuity products. Customer A now in 60 days is like, you know what? I want to become a coach. They become a coach. What do you think they are going to duplicate? They're going to duplicate the experience that they had. And so is customer B. So customer B becomes a coach, and they're going to duplicate the same thing. So as business owners, if you're looking at a business and how do you get the most out of every coach and every customer via income, longevity, and retention, which experience is going to create that? Right? It doesn't take geniuses to figure it out, but unfortunately, so much of the network gives the customer B experience. If you take time on the front end to understand and be able to show the value in these products, it will pay off royally on the back end, because what all of you do with your customers and then your coaches will duplicate. Okay. Now, on top of that, your customers are going to have more appreciation for the products. They're going to be more familiar with the products. You're learning along the way, and you're sharing value along the way. And then if you think about this, if somebody's drinking Shakeology and then their husband's doing the performance line and then they're adding some boosts in, they're probably going to be way more driven to become a coach, number one, because they're using the products. And number two, the discount is far more substantial when they're on that many products compared to just one. So now let's look at it from a business perspective. If somebody's drinking Shakeology because they were just told they had to drink it, what are the chances of that person actually drinking it every day as a, let's say, a discount coach, and their bag's getting backed up? Pretty high, right? Then what do? They cancel their Shakeology or put it on hold. What does that do for their coach account after 5 weeks? Goes inactive. You guys are all diamonds. You're building diamonds. How many of you want to continue to chase inactive diamonds because they don't believe in the product and they continue to have it get backed up and not drink it and don't have their entire family drinking it because they believe in it that much? My point is if you take that time on the front end, again, it pays off royally because their account isn't going to go inactive because they're buying so many different things, they believe in it, and they're refilling it. So wouldn't that make business sense to do that so that you're not chasing inactive coaches? So now they're going out the back door too. Why not create an environment and a culture where you're keeping them in and active and thriving on our products and duplicating that? But I'll tell you, as a network, we don't, because the questions I get from a lot of coaches in the network, I know that process is not happening. Now, I'll tell you, I do have coaches that go inactive. I absolutely do. However, if you're a CEO, yeah, you're going to have a percentage of people that just don't, they fall off. But I also have one of the highest retention of continuity products in the company. And I'm not doing anything differently than any of you guys can do and duplicate in your business. Again, this is the wheelhouse of our business, is the continuity products. That's where the energy goes. And I'll tell you, a lot of people they're scared to focus on the continuity products because we have the fitness products. And the fitness products are easier because you can show a before in 30 days and after 30 days, and it's objective. Clearly, she's lost 30 pounds. There she didn't have abs. There she does. And it just speaks for itself. Products that people consume, we have to be a little more creative because it's not visibly obvious. It's more subjective. So we've got to share. Susie 30 days ago was drinking 4 cups of coffee to get through the day. And now, after 30 days of drinking Shakeology, she has more energy and has weaned herself off coffee and is sleeping great through the night, or has less cravings. We have to be more creative in telling that story, because again, it is a little bit of a harder share because it's not as tangible as obviously people can see. So we do have to be a little bit more creative with our writing to paint that picture for people. Okay. The other thing is from the customer experience as well as the coach experience. Back to customer A and customer B. Who of those two customers, which one is probably going to have better results? The one that's like thinking they just have to do the obligatory drink their shake whenever and post a picture for the health bet, or the one that believes, I finally found a product that is going to get me the results that I need and the energy and everything I'm missing from my diet that I have the best intentions of getting, but I don't, and at least this shake is my insurance to do it. Customer A is going to get better results because they understand why this product's helping them. You guys wouldn't go to a personal trainer and say, hey, can you show me how to use this equipment here at the gym? I don't know how this works. And the trainer's like, well, I know you sit on it and you push that. Well, I know, but I don't know like how to adjust the weights, I don't know. I don't know, right? You wouldn't have your kid have a soccer coach that's never played soccer and not able to give them the tools and share with them how to be successful with them. You wouldn't take your car to a mechanic who's maybe like kind of knows cars. I drove them once. I mean, I'm being a little ridiculous, but the point is so many of us, we're leaving so much money on the table, and I don't want that for you guys anymore. So I want to empower you that you absolutely can capture so much more business and keep it and build forward by understanding and learning a little bit a day about these continuity products. Okay, so I'm going to share with you what to do and what I would suggest doing. And it doesn't have to be overwhelming. But again, we all agree we all could know more about some of these continuity products, and your teams could know more about these continuity products. So I'm going to share with you some tools. Anytime you guys get an objection, really think through it, because the fact that it's not certified organic, there's a reason for that. The fact that it says made in a factory with fish, shellfish, and nuts, there's a reason for that. There's so many different opportunity that you can still provide our products to people if you understand what they mean. So I would suggest, number one, subscribing to the Beachbody blog. It is absolutely awesome. That's the first thing. The second thing is there's a Shakeology podcast that Sandy Buadana and Darren Oline jump on, usually once or twice a week. That is awesome. And literally, they're usually like 2 to 10 minutes max. But subscribe to the Shakeology podcast, so when they pop up, listen to them. The back office, actually about a couple months ago, I helped design some of the training for the back office. It's amazing. But you can go in the back office, watch some of the videos on how Darren even, like, how much integrity he puts into finding these freaking ingredients all over the world and gets them here, and how, each individual ingredient's dried a different way. I had somebody ask me that, and instead of saying, I don't know, I'm like, gosh, I better find out, because that might be important. And when I found out the answer, I fell in love with the product even more, and I could use that as a selling tool later for other people. Okay, so the back office. My website, if you go to shaystanford.com, pretty much every question I've ever gotten about Shakeology, I've written a blog about, and I've explained it. Whether it's the nuts and shellfish, whether it's organic, whether, I don't know, I can't even, there's so many. But you can go to my website, and there's a search tool, and you can type in, you may have to try different keywords based on how I entered it in my website, but the answer will come up. And you can read that and help understand, and then you can even take that and send it to your client if you don't want to have to explain it and you want them to read it. So you can use my website as a tool. My website also has there's a lot of diseases, but if somebody has migraines, if someone has hypothyroidism, if somebody needs to gain weight, for kids, all of those types of fibromyalgia, that's all on my website. You could just type in, whatever ailment somebody has, diabetes, blood pressure. And I share what it does, what it can do, all my testimonies, and why it does that. So you can use my website. And some of the things, like we all do personal development every day, I would absolutely recommend doing product development. Spend 10 minutes each day just learning something different about any of our products. And encourage your team to do the same. You can run a contest. But I guarantee you do this, and the compound effect in 30 days, 60 days, a year from now will be substantial. I promise you. And your coaches are going to feel more empowered, and what they duplicate is going to stick more than by not doing this. So the 3 things I would have you guys first start with is Googling what the word adaptogens mean. What are our adaptogens? Because most shakes don't have those. Pretty much none of them. Phytonutrients, what the heck are phytonutrients? What do they do? Why is that important? Google it. Because other shakes don't have those either. Digestive enzymes, and I would definitely recommend going to my website and understanding the type of probiotic that's in Shakeology, because no other company has the quality of probiotic that Shakeology has. Most of the probiotics these other shakes use are really, really cheap. They break apart when they hit the stomach acid. They never even reach the small intestine to do what probiotics do. The problem with the one that Darren and Isabel picked is it's frightfully expensive to package. But that's the one they chose to use for Shakeology. But your customers can be very confident in knowing that if they need probiotics, and gut health is a huge buzzword now, huge topic of conversation, that's the kind of probiotic they want, is one that actually can bypass the stomach acid and get to the small intestine to do what it's supposed to do. Albeit it's the most expensive, but if you're talking to somebody about gut health, do you think that would be valuable for them to know when they're spending money on this crappy yogurt and they don't understand why their IBS isn't improving? There's so much that I'm really excited for you guys, and I really hope that this perspective helps you guys become more empowered CEOs, more empowered diamonds to pay this forward, and have your downline become more confident and know that we truly do have the best products on the market, and they don't have that deer in the headlights look, because I promise you it will completely affect your bottom line 30, 60 days from now. So that's really it. That's what I wanted to share with you guys. I didn't want to get on here and teach you about Shakeology. My YouTube has a great training. I've got a Shakeology 1.0, the easy and duplicatable ways. That's what I share with my own team. And then I have another video on there that's called Shakeology 2.0, which builds on a lot of the phytonutrients, adaptogens, things like that. And I also talk about the ultimate reset in that video. That's where I would start, and then knowing what adaptogens, phytonutrients, and the digestive enzymes can do. And that is it. I'm happy to take any questions that you guys have, and I appreciate and thank you for your time today. Let's see. I have a potential customer who said she couldn't justify the cost knowing that the price was high because each person in the upline needed to be financially compensated. She had other issues. Anytime price comes up, I say, share with me what you spend. I mean, this person sounds kind of snarky, and like, I'm not going to apologize for making a profit for providing a service. I mean, at the end of the day, I earn $30 on Shakeology. That's $1 a day. So if someone's going to be snarky and crappy to me because I earn $1 a day off helping them, then that's probably not the kind of person or mindset I even want as a customer on my team, to be truthful. But anytime price comes up, I always, price comes up because they don't see the value of the product. They think it's another protein shake that's filled with a bunch of crappy soy that has that they can get for $50 and has a huge profit margin for the vendor. There's actually not that big of a profit margin on Shakeology because we're importing 70 ingredients and all the hoops we have to jump through to get it all dried out in a bag and packaged and sent out for labeling. So anytime price comes up, usually it's either A, lack of value, they don't understand. And even then I will say, what do you spend on average for a healthy meal? Most people are going to say between $3 and $7, depending on where they live. You go to Chick-fil-A, you get a salad with chicken on it, it's like $7.50. So hang on. So this is $4.50. So it's on the low end of average of what you're spending for a healthy meal. Yet with my product, you're getting all of your daily vitamins. You're getting phytonutrients that help build your immune system, reduce stress, adaptogens, all your probiotics, all of that, and it's replacing one of your meals. It's a no-brainer. You're just buying it in one big bulk bag. When's the last time you went to the grocery store and bought all 30 meal, your entire month's worth of meals at once? You don't. This is one less meal you've got to plan for your family every day. And I tell them, you know what? Before I really understood what it was and what it did and how it was different from everything on the market, I thought it was expensive. But once I saw what it's done for my family, we go through 5 bags a month. I'm a family of 5. Why would I not give it to my kids? They're developing faster and growing more than I am. Like, they need it first. So we go through 5 bags a month, and I put it in perspective for people like that. And this isn't about like a weight loss in the next 30 days. This is about a lifestyle and fueling not just yourself, but your family. And I'll tell you, my kids don't eat great, and theirs probably don't either. So at least they're getting their shake. Okay. Add up her lunches, they came to $230. Oh my goodness, yeah. And that's probably, like, if you looked at the actual nutritional value of that $230, it was probably crap. How do we explain how you really can't make a shake? How do we explain how you really can't make Shakeology for less than $4 a day? I don't understand the question. You really can't make a shake for less. Well, it depends. I mean, if they have the coach discount, I mean, for me, I just drink it with water. My new clients, I don't have them do it that hardcore. I call it like the Nordstrom way and then the Walmart way. I'm totally Walmart. I mix mine with water and go. But my new clients, I have them make it the Nordstrom way, so it's lovely and delectable and they'll like it. Because it takes a while for those taste buds to get used to whole natural foods. If you think about it, if anybody ever done a shot of wheatgrass, it's gross. I mean, if you've done the ultimate reset and you've done the power greens, it's gross. If you think about it, there's a shot of wheatgrass, there's maca root, there's like earthy roots and all kinds of stuff in Shakeology, and they won't put an artificial flavor over it to color all those natural herbal rooty things. it should taste like crap. But for the average person, it is going to taste different than what they're used to with an artificial strawberry flavored soy crap whey protein thing. So I do have them, add a banana to smooth it out and, just like, make it a little bit more fluffy for them, and then work their way towards Walmart where they can just shake it and slam it because it doesn't matter, because it's what they're doing for them that is more enticing than how it tastes. Oh my goodness. Okay. What do you tell people that ask if they should still take their multivitamin? Okay. So first of all, I personally only suggest the vegan. The reason why is the vegan, if you've ever noticed on the back of it, it doesn't have the nutritional information, whereas the black bag does, the exact amounts. So this has to do with vitamins. The black bag has some synthetic vitamins, which almost every other shake on the market does, which so do multivitamins. It has that it has synthetic vitamins because their exact amount is on there. So if I pulled 3 carrots out of my garden, do I know how much beta carotene I have in my hand? I don't. Right. So that's why the white bag, because it's truly derived from whole foods, doesn't have it, because there's a variance between every ingredient they put in there. Whereas the black bag has some of the fortified vitamins. The problem with a multivitamin and fortified synthetic vitamins is your body doesn't recognize them as a whole food. So they're not going to get utilized. Some are going to get excreted. Some aren't going to be absorbed. Some are going to get a buildup of. So when I promote Shakeology and share it with people, I truly try and have them do the vegan, because it's the cleanest, purest, true whole food. And it also combats when people are like, well, my husband said I should just eat real whole food. Absolutely. Drink the white bag. And I don't say vegan because that tends to scare people off. I say plant-based. Just sounds healthier. Vegan sounds weird. So I personally suggest the white bag, because I know that those vitamins are going to get totally absorbed by the body, because they're actually whole food vitamins that aren't fortified, like a multi or any other shake. What do you say to people? I'd rather eat my fruits and vegetables than getting them in processed form. That's great. You can eat your fruits and vegetables. However, it's not just about fruits and vegetables. When was the last time, sure, you can eat your bananas and your strawberries and stuff like that, but when was the last time you actually went out to your grocery store and you bought goji berries, and you bought reishi mushroom, and you bought spirulina? And that's where, knowing some of the ingredients, you can come back with somebody with a confident posture and say, well, that they're not buying that. So this isn't just about mixing fruits and vegetables. It's about getting fruits and vegetables that have been used for thousands and thousands of years that God has given us to help reduce blood pressure and fight disease and, give us so many medicinal benefits that you're not going to just get with your basic fruits and vegetables. That's why they chose those 70 superfoods. That's what I would say for someone like that.
Can I ask you how you reward your coaches for learning Shakeology, and how do you go about showing that in your group page?
When someone new starts my team, I have them, before even our GSR call, watch my Shakeology training video. Okay. It's 44 minutes, because the last thing I want is for them to start talking about something, get pushback, get an objection, and then their confidence is shot. And I tell them, you don't need to verbalize it yet, just know that the answers are there and how this is different, and we'll build on that and we'll go forward. But I've seen so many coach trainings and they don't even talk about Shakeology, and then these coaches go out there all hyped up and then they get taken out at the knees because they don't know how to differentiate our product with other things and address these objections that are super simple to address. They just haven't taught themselves. And again, as CEOs of our business, of the number one continuity product we have that's different than anything on the market, I don't really reward them. Their reward is confidence and empowerment to grow their business and be able to earn Success Club points, because there aren't objections they can't answer. That's their reward. Okay. I was told I could make it cheaper. We're paying more than just the... If they can make it cheaper, I don't know. There's actually, if you've ever gone to Whole Foods and bought ashwagandha and bought yakan root and maca root and chia seed and all those things that are in Shakeology, it comes to like $800. There's no way. I mean, we buy it in mass amounts, so they can't make it cheaper unless they're not putting any of the superfood. That's really the beauty behind Shakeology, are the adaptogens and the phytonutrients and the digestive enzymes and the type of probiotic we use. They can't. So if they think they can make it cheaper, I would suggest that they probably don't understand what the ingredients actually are in it. So opportunity for us is to help them understand. Okay, 16-year-old drinking it, took years. I think after all the crap food she was eating, she realized she felt like crap. Yeah, you wonder why there's so many kids now with ailments that we never used to see at all when we were kids. It's because of all the stuff in our food supply. Yeah, juice bars do. They charge $10, $15, and it's all sugar and soy, and it's crap. I know this is a popular Shakeology and pregnancy. Obviously, ask your doctor. Okay. So pregnancy, first of all, I'll give you my opinion. Shakeology wasn't around when I was pregnant. I wish it was. We are so nutrient deficient as it is, just on our own. So now imagine something growing inside of you at a like bazillion rate, taking what little nutrients that you do have. So do you think that, just as a guess, Shakeology would be a vital thing to put in your body during that time while you're growing another human being? Right. So the obvious thing for me is, of course, you would drink Shakeology. And then I would say the next thing, if you're going to question Shakeology and all these natural fruits and vegetables that are awesome for brain development and for the blood supply and for cell growth, all of that amazing stuff, and stimulates the brain, why would you not put that in your body? It's like putting the best fertilizer as possible on your garden. Now, is it possible that some people may have a sensitivity to certain products in Shakeology while they're pregnant? Absolutely. I've had OBGYNs tell some of my clients, continue to drink Shakeology. You don't need to do your prenatal, just add extra folic acid. I have had other OBs say ashwagandha can cause preterm labor in a very small amount population, but so can having sex, so can exercise, so can all these other things that you do are totally normal, healthy human things we do, can cause preterm labor. So, you know, I'm not going to say for every single person, yes, drink Shakeology if you're pregnant. It's kind of a case by case, but you know, are they also questioning the drive-through crap that they're eating and all the other stuff that they're buying? Because that's really what they need to be questioning, because that's what they're giving their child more than these amazing natural superfoods that are so good for the development of a young human being. Same thing goes with breastfeeding, obviously, same kind of concept. Do people that suffer from IBS and drink Shakeology work differently in every person? Well, yeah, because every person's body, you know, we're not all completely the same. And we all haven't treated our bodies exactly the same nutritionally growing up. But the general thing with IBS, so most diseases are about inflammation. So a lot of the superfoods that are in Shakeology reduce inflammation. That's why migraines tend to go away or lessen. Arthritis, same thing. A lot of colitis. Anything that ends in itis is inflammation. So then if you're taking foods in that reduce inflammation, you're going to see improvement in those symptoms over time. The other thing is IBS, typically those people are not getting quality probiotics. Now you add quality probiotics along with reducing inflammation. It's no wonder that people's IBS tends to, or colitis or diverticulitis tends to reduce. Now, that doesn't mean in the first 7 to 10 days, sometimes they either get really constipated or they get really loose bowels. That's their body just trying to adjust itself and regulate itself. Usually after 7 to 10 days, it subsides and normalizes, and then they'll feel a lot better. But a lot of people aren't used to that amount of fiber. So if people get constipated, typically it's because of the fiber. Women need 25 grams of fiber a day. On average, we get 3 to 5. The problem with fiber is you can't just consume a bunch of fiber. Imagine eating a bunch of beans, right? Like you're like, oh, that hurts. You don't feel well when you just jack up the fiber. Fiber is one of those things you have to slowly build up. So if you've got a client who's not eating that much fiber, then they drink a shake with 7 grams of fiber, they're probably going to get constipated because their body is like now having to process all this fiber, especially if they're not drinking a lot of water. It's not Shakeology, it's the fiber. If they would take a, Metamucil, the same thing would happen. It's just, that's actually a good thing because now they're improving their fiber. Then say, you know what, you're still not getting enough fiber. Let's take the digestive boost and do a half a scoop a day, add that to your shake and build that up because that's 5 different types of fiber, soluble and insoluble, and that will really help. See, now you have just shared why Shakeology is helping them as well as the digestive boost. Okay. Post-cancer patients that were wondering about Shakeology and some of the ingredients have estrogen effects. I can't find anything in really, okay. So if you go to my page, I actually do have something on cancer and oncology on my website. I'm curious which ones have estrogen effects because maca root balances your hormones, but it doesn't have estrogen. The only thing I would know is it's why soy is not in any of our products because soy has estrogen and that's a big no-go. If you've got PCOS or you've got, you've got breast cancer, anything, you totally avoid soy. So I'm not sure which part she's saying has estrogen. Maca root will balance your hormones, will stabilize your mood, which is great. But as far as cancer patients, in general, this doesn't really address that because it doesn't have estrogen, so I'm confused what they're talking about. But some certain types of chemotherapy they want like every cell to be eradicated based on the type of cancer and the type of chemotherapy. Because Shakeology helps regenerate healthy cells, sometimes oncologists, based on the cancer, doesn't want any new cells growing. They completely want to like atomic bomb the area. And so in those cases, they don't want people on Shakeology because it's actually helping the healthy cells grow and they don't even want that. There are other types of cancers and chemotherapies where it kills just the bad and they want the good to grow. And in those situations, absolutely. Where Shakeology would benefit both regardless is that whenever both of them suppress your white blood cells. So your white blood cells are what help fight disease. And a lot of these cancer or chemotherapies suppress your white blood cells. So if you're like taking chemotherapy, you tend to get sick a lot because your immune system is so suppressed. If you've ever known somebody with cancer going through chemotherapy, they've probably told you, I have to, stay away from sick people. I get sick real easy. And that's where Shakeology does help because it helps boost the immune system. But it's just on a case by case depending on the kind of cancer and the kind of chemo. But that's why. And I do have that on my website. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this call up. I hope I have empowered you leaders to think about your business differently. Think about as a CEO. Remember, I've been doing this for 6 years. And the whole reason I fell in love with Shakeology is because I did HCG, which grew a quarter-sized tumor in my breast. And when I realized that HCG, when I was told it was natural, I realized later after having this tumor in my breast that it was natural. It came from pregnant horse urine at amounts that no human should ever have in their body. And it mortified me on how vain I was to just lose weight the quick, fast, and easy way until that happened. And when the biopsy came back negative, I swore to myself anything else I ever put in my body, I was going to know what the hell it was and how it can benefit or hurt me. And so I didn't learn Shakeology just because I learned it because I felt like, you know what? I just got a hall pass and a big slap on the wrist from God, and I am not going to ever just vainly just put something in my mouth without knowing, especially in the name of weight loss and vanity, ever again. And when the more I learned about Shakeology, the more I was like, wow, like people, every single person, young, old, whatever, skinny, fat, everybody needs it because everybody needs nutrition. Period. So that's what I got. I will take the recording. I will post this in the 15-star group so you can reach out to your 15-star upline and ask for the recording once I have it uploaded. Hope this was helpful, guys. Remember your PD, your product development every single day, and the places where I told you to get it. We have nothing at all to apologize for. We can totally take this market. We're the ones that are leaving stuff on the table, and all these customers that can truly benefit from these products. Have a great day, guys. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.